they medically cannot lose weight, this and that. Fine, I know they argue with you, but don't tell me not to call you fat because you actually fat. I'm not understand. You're a big man. I'm not the one that puts food in your mouth. When you even if because some people they actually say if you naturally get big body from like genetics, like you're still fat. You're fat. But yeah, like I so well go on. I don't know why Gen Zs lie to them. Like the thing is crazy. Why do Gen Zs like it's between like older generations? They don't have a problem saying the truth. Like if you ask someone from the previous generation, is this a spade? They'll tell you yes, that's a black spade. But like this current generation, this Gen Z, we just what's up with the lies?
Just want to lie to ourselves.
Why do we lie to ourselves? Like I don't understand. Like we're so scared of hurting each other's feelings. Like we don't want. Oh, I don't want to hurt my. I don't want anyone to hurt my feelings. I don't want like. And we don't say the truth
because like it's not even necessarily like insulting. Sometimes
it's honestly like some things you just say like I don't want to come out and say it, but like if somebody is plus sized. I mean, like if I'm describing the person and I refer to them as,
yeah,
fat.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily insulting them. I'm just stating that that's a tall, light-skinned, fat person.
Yes.
So if you're looking for them, exclude all the skinny people.
Of course, literally,
you know what I'm saying?
They're not skinny. They're fat.
I'm not insulting. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just stating what it's obvious. Yeah. So I don't really understand what's up with this generation and just lying to ourselves.
It's true crazy.
Anyway, what's up, my guy? What's going on? Our life?
Well, we're kicking it. Done with NYSC, by the way.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Now to face the labor markets fully.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't plan to indulge in that, but then again, I'm in a fucked up nation.
You see, this is even good. I like as you said that because this ties into what we're talking about today. Very good.
So no, actually,
you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them actually.
So, what's today's topic, Sha?
Gen Z. Some ideals and beliefs are counterproductive, or that we think are counterproductive to society.
Okay. Yes. So, what are we kicking off with?
I mean, well, the one is on my mind,
out of the ones that we could do how many can we okay, yes, let's just start with the one that's on your mind.
The one that's on my mind is beating your children.
Beating your children, yes.
Not even just beating, like essentially even just like let me say if you do so much as shout at a child and then one Gen Z person from somewhere
you're a bad parent. No. Don't do that. You're a bad parent. Like I understand. Like if we're being honest to ourselves, some parents of the other generation were just abusive.
No,
some of them were just all their frustrations from life that life was dishing out to them. They just dished it out to their kids. That one is there. Some people are just, but I feel like I understand that part. Some people are just like they don't know how to control their emotions and they just lash out at their kids. But I feel like discipline
was very essential.
I'm not even talking about forget beating your children, right? Discipline is very essential for raising sensible people in society.
Yeah.
You get that's why some people are way more like you now. I feel like you're more disciplined than me. I just put it. I feel like why are you making that face? I feel like in terms of I feel like you're more disciplined than me. In terms of like I don't know, maybe I'm like in my household there was discipline and all that, but it's just like innately I have like strong, I don't know, but let's say strong head. Is it strong head or this? I just don't like to conform to authority. I just like authority just makes me, I just have this thing against authority. You know what I'm saying? So someone like me now, imagine raising me and then not like I didn't get caned. I didn't get my ass whooped. Imagine the way I'll turn out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Someone that it's just in me. Like I just cannot stand authority for some reason. they imagine how easy me and then taking easy me like don't yell at him, don't
Stop that.
so that
Don't do that again. Leave it. I said leave it.
oh my God knows what I was want to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'll be a different thing entirely because the way my mother sometimes I just like I can spend 2 hours replaying all the beatings I've gotten from.
I feel you. I feel
I
you.
mean like have you ever gotten cane for changing clothes more than once a day? I still remember this day like it was I remember my mom's friends were around. My mom, their friends, they were so they brought their kids. So us and the kids were playing. So we're playing rubbish play. We entered toilets, we poured water on our body, they poured water on me. I poured powder everywhere. So I changed my clothes. I think the first one was powder. No, the first one was water. Shy was one of the two. Let's say water. They poured water on myself. I changed. I went out. I was like, the pause. She was like, you changed your clothes. I was like, yes, mommy. And then I ran back. I played, poured powder everywhere. I changed my clothes again. I ran past her. She was like, you changed your clothes again? I said,
You
yes.
gonna you gonna learn.
I passed her again. I same smile. You changed your clothes.
No problem. Continue.
Yeah,
Change as much as you want.
you changed it. As the visitors left. I
Back
didn't
to
know
reality.
why I was getting flogged until someone came and asked, why they be this begin now?
That's so bad. Like this is a different thing when like you are getting whooped and you know that okay, like, you know there's a way you move and then you know that
Okay, this is
definitely you
why
are going to get whooped when
this
you
is
get
why you're
whooped.
getting whooped.
But like,
Yeah,
why are you
why
beating
you
me?
beating? I didn't know why they were beating me until someone came like, waiting like what's going on? Be like, see how many clothes? I'm like,
So this is the reason.
You know what I'm
First, first,
saying?
first.
So those kind of things now as your kid you won't get it, but like it's just like
And then look, like to be honest, because just imagine having to because obviously when I was like very young, I did not used to do my laundry. So
obviously
imagine having to do laundry for a
Guy,
child.
clothes you just wash
And then
iron is there and then this guy changed like 4 different outfits and you're like you get what I'm saying? So that kind of thing is just necessary to teach you like okay that's wrong.
Yeah.
You don't just change
Just
clothes
do,
and
yeah.
everything, right? But I feel like something like that is a problem when the beating is excess.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, but
I feel like the excessive beating is where the issue is, not
where
the
the
beating.
issue. Yeah, and some things you actually like as a parent. Discipline is important, but I feel I've never had kids, but I know this one for a fact. Some things you have to overlook. Some things you just have to.
Yeah, actually.
It's not every time you beat. Some things you just go like
Because to some extent, the more you like, the more you try. Because for me personally, aside the fact that I was, because growing up, I was very, very stubborn. God. Like, if, nah. So, but let's leave that aside. I was very stubborn. So, I got whooped. I like, in a week, a week did not go by and I did not get whooped 4 days in a row.
something
Well,
more.
let's not say in a row, but like let's say I get whooped on Monday, I'll get whooped on Wednesday, and then you get
Saturday and Sunday you're in the house, so
definitely like my weekends I was definitely getting whooped at some point. So like that was this kind of child I was getting whooped steadily. And then compared to my sister, she got whooped, but not so much because she wasn't really doing like
she wasn't excess.
you
Like
get
that.
obviously there were fuck ups here and there, but like the way there's a way you behave as a child, and then there are certain fuck ups you do, and your parents overlook it just because the fuck up steady. So there is no need for me to chop but like me personally,
guy, the fuck was plenty.
so sometimes even if I do little as like pour water or something, even if it's a slap, I will sure just collect something you get at the end of the day. So like most people used to tell my mom then that like she should don't like go down on the beating because at some point I'll get used to it and I'll be like it's just beating now. So I'll still do what she says like I should not do regardless. So to some extent the excessive beating kind of like, because to be honest, me personally, there were certain things I was doing. I knew I was supposed to do it, but I'm like, she never killed me before.
Yeah, I don't go die. I don't go
So
die.
I'll just understand. Like maybe it's like maybe you speak to the child, beat the child, speak to the child, beat the child. At some point, the child will be like, true, this man is doing no sharp.
Yeah.
But like if it was just beating, at the end of the day, this person will still beat me.
Yeah,
So
those times where you're expecting beats, but they just sit down and they talk. Those times, guy, you fuck up, oh. So you're just expecting you're getting your body ready, and then they just sit you down and you're like, but what you're doing is it good? Guy, those times used to hit hard because you start reasoning your life, you start thinking, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like taking it like easier, overlooking some things, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but when the beating becomes excessive, I feel like it will kind of limit the child itself. Like sometimes there's some things you do as a kid, maybe not even as a kid, maybe you've kind of grown up, but you're still in that, maybe like a teenager or something like that. There's some things you do, you know you're wrong, but you just bone it and you're like, see, I need to do this thing. Maybe like you need to go out with your guys, it's past this thing.
Yeah, I get.
You're just like, fuck it.
Once, just once.
Yeah, and those memories, those times become memories that you think back like, that was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you raise your child in a way that is excessive, like they are no longer scared now of beating, now they're just living in fear.
Yeah, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Those kind of times will never exist because they are so scared, they will not want to go out of place, and the child will eventually become, I don't know, there are certain skills that you learn outside of home.
Yeah.
Social skills, confidence.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? From interacting with people, you don't become confident by staying at home. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's interacting with people and everything. Learning how to talk to people. You get what I'm saying? And some of those things, they come out of
freedom,
rebellion,
just
kind of, maybe you rebel and then you learn. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the child is too, you get what I'm saying? Maybe you box them in too much. Either you're trying to protect them too much, or they are living in so much fear. They don't get to explore and they don't form life lessons. So discipline is very important. Sha, it's just how you do it.
Yeah. Also, another thing is this, like sometimes, because for like as adults now, for example, you see some things they'll be like, you know, be picking again.
Yeah.
Like there's no point in advice you get because they believe, okay, eventually you will see that this thing you're doing doesn't really have any use at the end of the day. So you just leave it. But then, like, because I feel like the same thing applies for children to some extent. Like, obviously, when a child is doing certain things that are like overboard, definitely you have to like, but like this constant playing, like, or maybe too much play, it gets to the point where you be like, just continue playing. Maybe when you see your first term results, you understand why you're not supposed to play too much.
That kind of thing. When everybody in your class have gone to the,
you will know that you're supposed to calm down your play. So like it's just there's sometimes where you just allow the child to play. Even if not for the child being free or like feeling free, the child will just let's just get the lesson.
You understand life, like this experience. Just experience really is the best teacher.
Like if they tell you to look like they're just trying to spoil your phone. And
like that time when you let the child go and touch that hot iron, so they know that that's hot iron. Experience it.
So that you will know
class, then you know,
you're not supposed to be doing this kind of thing. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah, actually, man, I can't imagine that. Like the only time I know I've experienced something like that was that, you know, when everybody goes to the next class and they say it was when there was this exam they were doing. We're in primary 5, so they will allow you to write one kind of exam. In my school that time, I'll take it to primary 6. Even when the term, like first term of primary 5, they allow you to write one exam.
It's primary 6,
but you're still in primary 5. So it's not like you repeat. So there was like exam, so everybody was writing. So I was like, okay, I want to write it. The exam was optional, sha. So if you pass it, it means you're good enough to go to primary 6. Then I wrote the exam too. But I didn't read. When everybody was reading, I was playing. I did play like Mumu. Nobody should tell me, say, go read.
Yeah.
I still remember this man in class. When people were reading, you'd be like, you know, go and read. Like, so I think I can't remember the whole situation. I can't remember it, but it was something around the man was like, "Oh, no worry, you shall see."
Yeah, like
There's
just
something you shall see. So the
continue.
result left me, so I just dey play, I just dey play. So when results came, all my friends went to primary six. I see them. Guy, nobody told me that I think that was my best term. The that was my the that year and the next those 3 terms I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
those were my best terms, like one of my best terms in school. The first term, that first term of primary five, I got second. The second term, I got first. The third term, I got first.
You know, get first.
Nobody told me.
No, there's just some things that you just have to learn on your own.
Nobody, like, guy, that feeling, like, that thing was horrible, man.
Like there's this mark on my face. I think it's this one or here. I don't know. But like it was when I was very young. I think I don't even remember this thing. It's just my mom that tells me sometimes. I think I was two. I think I was two, but I know she said I was still crawling at the time. So there's this AC vent outside. And then I'll crawl to the AC vent, they'll drag me back. I'll cross to the AC vent, they'll drag me back. So my dad was sitting somewhere and he was like, just allow him. When something happens, he'll come back. So maybe either when I because they never allowed me get too close. So maybe either when I get there and then the breeze blows too much, I'll come back. You get maybe that was what he thought. But I went very close, like it caught me. And then when it caught me, I was crying. I did not go back there again.
You don't go back.
Nobody, like, as in, I was still very small. So obviously I could like still, because I was a child, I would still go back. But
Yeah.
I knew that
You
that
know that
place was
yes,
danger.
that's danger.
You get so there's also sometimes where the beating is not really necessary, or even the talking himself. Just allow the child to do what he wants.
Yeah,
and then
and I feel like Gen Z are trying to take that discipline aspect, and
then
it's going to raise some serious animals.
bro.
Like this next gen, we're going to see some
For me, I shall know that.
special type of animals.
I shall know that my own children, because I used to say this thing like there's one guy on Twitter. He says that like he knows that he doesn't know all this one that they're doing about don't shout at people or don't raise your hands. He knows that him is going to train his own children to fight back. So if your own begin go bully your own begin for school and then the child decides to move crazy, don't come and act like okay, maybe. Because you're supposed to teach your child not to bully people. So that your child has go and bully my own. Anything you see, carry out.
Exactly. Speaking of bullying, guys, bullying is one thing like I never actually understood. Like when I used to see like this person got bullied in school, I'm like the only thing that I know I've come really close to bullying, and honestly, if I'm being honest, I didn't really see it as bullying was in boarding house seniority where somebody would come.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bullying,
Yeah.
right? But it's like that's my those are your senior.
Yeah. It's like let's say something like this end.
Yeah,
More or less like
exactly.
his end. Yeah.
So that's because when you get there, these guys are this. Those are the I mean outsiders will see it as that's bullying. I just collected this thing. But you on the end, you be like, Nasha in turn.
Yeah.
When my turn reach, I'll do my own.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know I can come. But like on the same level type shit bullying, I don't understand that. Like be like, oh, this guy bullied you, this guy beat you up, this guy. I don't understand. As me and you, we are we be fellow. Let me say you hold God. Me and you be fellow children together. We are in the same.
People senior yourself.
And then you come to me and you're like, oh, you know, I don't care if even if you're bigger than me.
See, but it's so fact that I know that we're the same age.
You know that's okay. We're in the same class. Nigga, what? One of us will die. I will use chair. I will use table. I will break your head on glass. You don't understand. Even if you beat me, you will leave that fight knowing that my body will do the same again. You know that? Like my body will do the same. Cause I can't stand there as small. Believe me, and I'll be like, oh no, it's in my hand.
Like anytime I used to watch that shit, like because most times we're like, to be honest, in like when bullying is depicted in like American movies, they're always bigger. And not even on the size is not it's not even like it can't be matched. Like they are mostly always because I feel like the people they use to act it. It's like most like you remember Mitch Bilski from Heritage?
Yeah,
that nigga will definitely be way older than them.
That guy's not in high school. That's a man.
You get so that is how they are the picture of bullying is. So obviously that one is kind of understood because obviously you cannot really do anything when it's that kind of size. You understand? But like on a real sense, how
On a
bullying
real
actually happens,
sense.
it's not like that.
It's not like, see, I understand what you're saying, but even in like real life, I've seen those kind of bullying occur now, where we're in the
A
same class, you're
bigger,
in this,
yeah,
and your mate is bullying you. I've seen that thing, and I've actually seen it. Like it has happened in my school, and I'm like, I never understood it. I'm like, how are you letting this guy bully you? No, it's like, if somebody is, I've been in fights with people bigger than me. I didn't win it, but it's like nobody can say.
yeah, he
It
was
depends.
coward or something.
I didn't win the fight, oh, but it never happened again.
Yeah, yeah,
No, it's like
definitely.
they never came to me like that day because
Yeah,
they know
because they
that
know that,
almost,
yeah,
even if I go win this fight, my body no go eat the same
yeah.
again, and I don't want to experience
There's no
that.
point in
So
doing
it
it.
never happened again.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can just collect the beating, but you get, as long as you stand up for
Stand your
yourself,
ground, yeah.
you say if you tear his
Yeah.
hand, you slit his neck, he will survive it, but he will know that okay, this
Yeah.
is not someone I moved to. I don't see.
Secondary school as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I know secondary school was a different time, man. Secondary school was
And that is another thing, like, I feel like is fading out. Because, like, personally, like, Gen Z is now, most Gen Zs will tell you they're not taking their child to boarding school. I mean, obviously, like boarding school is a crazy place.
it's actually a crazy place.
Like, I mean,
Even myself, I'm scared like this. Oh.
you
I don't
get
lie.
so, like, personally, I've not fully 100% made the decision, okay, not to, or you get, but like, there's some Gen Zs that think they are never going to, and it's just going to be day, even if it's day to be private, you get that kind of thing. So I'm like, I'm not even faulting them. Saying as if it's bad personally, it's your choice at the end of the day. But like me, what?
I just remember one stupid, very stupid story from primary school. But see, finish what you were saying.
I mean, like,
Yes.
boarding school, like, you find 16, 17-year-olds doing crazy shit. Like, I was 16, and I was like, I was 16 giving orders to 100 plus boys.
Guy, you just gather students.
Boys, like, you get
Last person, you see battalions of children running towards you.
new order farming was
God.
just so crazy.
Well, see, that's the word. See, this kind of things did not exist back then. Someone should do an edit. I wish someone could do an edit of senior students. The
Order
oral
farming
family.
was wow.
Guy, like those guys fought like kings.
Like this, the moment you get to that SS3, I don't know. There's just something about it. Like,
Guy,
it's just
it's just
if you don't
it's
experience
power.
it, you will never
I'm
like
telling you,
really
and
understand.
boarding school, back there, I don't know about now, was one of the only is times that you as a normal person can experience what dictatorship feels like.
Actually,
Guy,
like it's only in a boarding school you see they'll tell you stuff like the teacher is going to go home or we'll sleep in hostel together. Like, what do you mean? You're issuing me threats,
Guy.
nigga?
like the teacher is going to leave. Is it? You know what I'm saying? The teacher is going to go to their house.
Now, where
Then
you go
see
there,
you. And that thought alone, is what will keep you in line.
bro. I've had a senior find me. Like, I will never forget senior somewhere. I was SS2, I was SS3, I was social prefect. Okay, iron my shirt. Fine, no problem. I'll iron your shirt somewhere. Now, guess what? I burnt the white. And I did not even run. I was like, okay, fine. Somewhere I know he has multiple whites. I was like, oh, I burnt the white. Oh, no vex. I would replace it because it was pocket white mostly. How much was TM? I think TM was 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5, 1,000. So it wasn't that much. Yeah. I'll tell the student to get chef for you. He said no problem. And then later he said he was looking for me. They're looking for me for what reason somewhere. Okay, no problem. I come. And then you start to send me on crazy errands. Go and fetch so buckets. Then, mind you, whenever he was in Purple House, I was in Zuma House, Red House. It was very different. Like, our blocks was different. So he was not used to sending me. He was used to sending his houseboys or green houseboys because those were the. So he was specifically sending me because he wants to punish me for the shit. Right. So I was like, okay, I clocked the game and I was like, I'll start running away from you. So you're somebody for no problem. I'll come. No problem. I'll look for you. Prep class, mosque, who's there? If I hear him coming, I ran for like a week. Before this guy finally left me alone, I said, okay, fine, he's not going to stop me again. Like, it's so crazy. Like, boarding school, nah,
Boarding school
man.
was crazy times.
So, like, I understand if some Gen Z say, oh, they cannot take their children to boarding school because obviously some of these kind of things are happening there. But then the experience is just different.
Oh, I don't know, Sha. Me it's like this. Boarding school like now is still an if thing for me. If it was back then, sure, because the people back then were men.
Actually,
You were in school with men, so to an extent, Sha, I don't know. They had some kind of what's the name maturity to them, I guess.
I guess.
Now I don't really know what's going on. This generation is.
I mean, like, literally, I feel like because the boys that were in SS1 when I was in SS3, when I went back to collect my certificates and they were in SS3, they were like, they have reduced meeting in the hostel. Even sending, you can send a junior student and then they not report and then you're punished for sending them.
Yeah.
So, like, the authority is not even there again, like, that much. So, I feel like it's just.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I don't send my it's because of this generation now is they're very loose on some kind of things, like you be gender and all these things.
And
I don't want my kid to go and be getting some kind of foolish ideas because I rather go to hell than you come and tell me some kind of some things I'm not really understanding. You don't understand?
Yeah.
I will go to hell, my guy.
True, sure.
Okay, anyhow, okay, so
Okay, and then
what other
another belief,
ideals or whatever that's counterproductive to society?
9 to 5.
9 to 5. Huh.
Personally, I'm not against 9 to 5, like that shouldn't exist. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, 9 to 5 is like is necessary for society to continue.
Yeah,
There are some people that you just need to do some kind of jobs. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then the good thing about it is like not everybody is clocked on the idea of entrepreneurship. Because some people just actually don't want to do too much work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurship is this kind of thing, that I don't know. It's not for everybody, honestly.
No,
speaking.
at all.
Because whatever work you feel like you're doing in your 9 to 5
Entrepreneurship
is triple.
is way more.
You know that entrepreneurship is not in 9 to 5. It's 24 hours.
Literally.
It's 20. So if you're tired of your 9 to 5 because of the work, then just go and beg.
I promise you.
Just find
to take is more dangerous.
Beg. If you're tired of the work, like it's too much for you, go and beg. Okay. But if it is the quality of work, like you feel all this effort I'm putting in,
and then this
for you get what I'm saying, okay, you can reason start your own business.
But if you're getting paid well and just your hours of work, that
is your problem, my brother.
Stick to it.
Do it.
It's not nice in the streets.
Do it. But one thing I would say is that I agree with Gen Z on the sense that it is not all there is.
No.
The older generation, their idea was do good in school, get this thing, and go and find a good job. You know what I'm saying?
And it worked for them. It
worked because
all you needed to do was go to school back then.
It worked for them because it worked.
Yeah.
The 9 to 5 system worked. You get a 9 to 5. It was actually set. You can provide for your family comfortably. There's no problem.
The economy was not shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because it worked. But now it does not work. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot just expect me to go to school and go and find a 9 to 5 again. So I feel like this coming generation now, not even this coming generation, these people now that have small children. I don't know what is it. They are millennials, Abi. Is it millennials that have
like this mix? Because some Gen Z still have children.
But it's more of millennials. Like this Gen Z with children. I don't want to talk about them, but let's leave them.
I mean the Gen Zs that are 26 with children.
I guess.
Understandable. But the Gen Zs that are 19, 20, 21.
Those guys. No. It's children. See, anyhow. So I feel like the millennials now, they should instill in their kids that everything is not 9 to 5. Your kid should obviously do well in school. Those early stages in school are very important. So they should obviously learn like very like it's very paramount that they understand this kind of things. But growing up,
At
right,
some point, just
they should you should try and make it clear to your kid that there's multiple options. You have options.
yeah, not
In
just
90
nine to
first
five.
95 cents is not easy to get. You know what I'm saying? So instead of putting all that effort,
Yeah.
I mean a good 9 to 5, sha. I'm not talking about office clerk. With that one, sha, I don't know, maybe there's competition there. But instead of putting all that effort into going and sitting down and doing this thing, right? It's better they know that okay, yes, you can put that effort into something else. So in terms of 9 to 5, I agree with Gen Z to an extent. Some people don't want to work in 9 to 5 because they don't want to work.
Yeah, I
That's
don't understand that.
they don't just some people don't just want to work.
Yeah.
That's their problem. It's not like they don't want to work in 9 to 5. They don't just want to work. And honestly, I was in that situation before where I didn't just want to work. I just didn't want to like work was just someone this it's work. Who wants to
Yeah,
work?
obviously.
But as a man, I can't speak for women, sha, but as a man, I now realize that not doing anything is worse than working.
No.
I'm not even joking, not doing anything, not having anything that you're doing as a guy is
Like even if nobody opens their mouth to say anything,
guy,
you can. It's almost like you can read it from their lips. Like
it is
you can
20
already
times
just
worse than
see them and
you
then
will not even you know what I'm saying, you cannot respect yourself. You will not respect yourself if you have nothing you're doing, you're just there. So as I said to explain that, I'm like, okay, my problem is that I don't want to work in 9 to 5. My problem is not that I don't want to work, it's just that I don't want to work in 9 to 5. I actually want to do something that will get me something. So if it's in the sense of I don't want to work, I'm not with you on now and sure, because I feel like
No,
as a man you need to work.
yeah,
You need to work. Even as a person in this generation, if you're not from a wealthy person, you need to work. Oh. Well, the reason I say person now is because I'm talking about the women. Because if you're a lady coming from a not so
get a good background.
you're not a woman, or you're just a person. You don't understand? I'm not even saying gender wise you're a woman,
Yeah.
but you're a person in society.
Unless if there's a maybe like let's say you're from a family of like maybe 7 siblings and like maybe you are the last one.
And you have people
Yeah,
that
older, way
yes.
older, and
So,
they're doing well. I don't know if you get
and at least one of the two of the 7 should be making enough
Yes.
to trickle down to you. But
if maybe like at first or even the second, and then nah.
you see, forget gender, you're not a woman, just a person in society. If you don't work, you don't go job. You know what I'm saying? I feel like and currently women like women privilege can only take you so far if you're not willing to do some kind of things.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to do some kind of things, which is very good,
Yeah.
because you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you're willing to do some kind of things, which is very good, your privilege as a woman can only take you so far. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can only take you so far. So you have to work.
Definitely.
And you have to. If you're a pretty woman that doesn't do that thing, fine. Some doors will open for you. But once those doors open and you refuse to work, the doors will close.
That's on you.
So 9 to 5, we need to abolish that mentality of that's the only way. Actually. But there's some people that just strive in 9 to 5 setting. Like
Bro.
guy like my uncle. He's a very hardworking person, and that 9 to 5, he thrives in it. Like I'm telling you,
I feel like wow, when you do like me personally, the only 9 to 5, I think I've said this to you before. If anybody that knows me or knows that the only 9 to 5 I am okay with doing is being in the army. And that's the only 9 to 5 that I will gladly accept.
Yeah.
Because I like it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like for some people that's what it is. Like maybe they're in a field where they are, maybe for example like you work in an accounting firm and you actually like accounting, you like numbers. Obviously there are some mornings where you'll be tired and you know to go to work.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Then, like you won't feel like your whole life is shit because you are doing this thing.
You're doing something.
Yeah.
It's a stress you picked.
You
know what I'm saying?
So
But I say honestly, I feel like that maybe that's why my uncle is thriving in that setting, because what he does is around sports.
okay.
So
He's a sports guy.
he's a sports guy. So what he does, maybe that's what, you know what, now that I think about it, that's why he thrives in that setting. If he was working in, I don't know, as a bank clerk or something. To
Yeah,
be a whole different thing.
maybe,
So
yeah.
he's actually trying. That's why he likes it, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, there are actually some 9 to 5. If I was working like currently, I've come to realize that ever since I started this create content creation stuff, I've come to realize that I actually like creative. Like I'm actually like, when I say I'm a very creative person, I feel like everybody's creative now.
Mm, I don't know.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like me. I don't. Isn't everybody creative?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Or so maybe.
But then, like, I mean, maybe when you start to do something in the line of creativity, and then
Maybe.
you keep going or you like it, then you can say, okay, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe because now as I'm doing this creative, I'm like, I realize that, oh, I actually really like these things. Even times where like it's work. Like you see this video, this video creation process is hell, but I like it.
Yeah.
I come to realize that I really like it. I like creating, editing the videos, even though the thing takes me God, kai, hours to edit because of my um because of I don't have equipment I had
Yeah.
before. So now I just even though it's like grueling, it's gruesome, I still enjoy it. When I edit and I watch the video, I'm like, "Ooh, this is nice." I look forward to adding things to the video, to creating videos, writing scripts for videos, coming up to idea. The whole process, no matter how grueling it is, I've come to realize that I really like it. So let's assume that I was now in a setting where it's a 9 to 5, but that's what I'm doing. I feel like I would be very okay in that setting. In that setting, but seeing as is not an option for me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not where do I want. God, I'm not from a rich family. What I mean, Nigerians. What? You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter.
So there's no really 9 to 5 that I feel like will really cater to me like that. That I'll end up really loving it. So in that 9 to 5 route, I would say it's not really for me, but I accept that I have to do it
Yeah.
for a certain period of time.
So,
So yeah, I feel like that one is not counterproductive to society. Niger is it their ideal towards 9 to 5?
I feel like the thing with it is like obviously the one you said about them not seeing it as the only option. Obviously, that's not controversial.
Yeah.
But some people actually genuinely believe like this whole rat race type thing where they feel like um you being in that space is like drawing you down.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality, the harsh truth is there will always be people here and people here and people here.
Yeah.
So whether you see it as drawing you down or whatever, at the end of the day, it's just like me personally. I am a very, very like ambitious person.
Yeah.
So like that's why I don't see myself sitting in, because even with the army, okay. So I'm not saying that. But yeah, like you get, so some people don't want to like sit down and like just, but then like some people, they like to be a cog in the machine.
Yeah.
Just part of what is moving.
Yeah.
And then some people want to be like the main
The person that on the switch and off it. Yeah.
yes. So some people, but like with Gen Z now, they feel like, oh, the machine should just be, everybody should be the machine, and like the machine should not have parts where there's this one and then there's that one and that one, because they feel like some parts are what's it called, diminishing, or I don't know, and then some parts are higher. You get, so obviously a guy that works in 9 to 5, let's say a guy that works in central bank, for example, and the central bank governor, obviously there's a difference. But the guy cannot be there if central bank governor is not there, and the central bank governor cannot be there if the guy is not there. So
it's important. I feel like Gen Z's idea towards the whole workforce is healthier than the previous generation. Like me now, working in my job now, I can see it physically and understand it mentally that the environment I'm in is actually a very good working environment. The job itself is not a bad job. It's a very okay work. The environment is good. Like the people, it's not like the best job in the world. But I can see that, okay, yes, this place is actually a place that is nice to work, right? But for some reason, I cannot. I've tried. It's not like I've not tried. I've really tried to give my 100% to the job. I've tried because I've seen I've seen people's efforts that they put into the job. Some people in the work that the job is their life. Like they spend hours, weekends. Some people don't even go on leave to do that work, and I'm like, okay, I can understand that passion, because I felt it. I felt that kind of passion. But I don't know for so I cannot just give. I've tried, but I cannot explain it that I just cannot give 100% to the job because I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the pay or the work just doesn't.
Maybe it's work. Like I said about working with something you like.
I don't know. The work is just I cannot give my like when I'm doing the work. Obviously, I'm doing it. Like I'm obviously doing the job they asked me to do. I'm doing it to the best. Like when they say do this, I do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like doing it haphazard. I'm doing it, but going extra. You know what I'm saying? Putting in more because I've seen people put more. I cannot bring myself to do it. Not because I've not tried. I've tried, but it just cannot come out, and it's making me very miserable. Like it's making me very miserable. But
I guess.
I've come to understand that okay, it's not like I don't want to. I don't have that zeal. I can be passionate towards something because I've actually experimented the other things and I feel like a kind of passion. So I understand that okay, maybe this is just not for me, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying other things. That's a very healthy way to think about it. That's one way our generation, but the previous generation did not have this. So I will be in like a very draining job that is eating their life away, but they never try to branch out. They just assume like this is the best they can have, this is the best they can do, and it just ends up trickling down into our previous topic about beating your children. Take that frustration and then just but Sha, I feel like no matter how some people are just like the way you put it, they don't understand the whole process. I feel like Gen Z's reasoning towards the workforce is healthier than the previous generation.
No, actually.
So for me, it's not counterproductive. So, but for you, I feel like
actually, I feel like it is.
I really don't feel. I feel like our reasoning towards it is opening doors for a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? Back then it was connection. Now it's just understanding that there's other parts. So by that understanding, people are beginning to open doors for themselves. Even as much as your success is in the hands of people.
Yeah.
As much you can be hardworking as you can, but if nobody gives you that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Nobody just takes a chance. You can upload 1 million content. If nobody actually just takes a chance to watch it, like it, share it, you know what I'm saying? So as much as success is in the hands of people, us understanding that okay, there's more than one, but is actively opening doors for people. So I feel like it's not counterproductive, but I understand your point of view, Sha.
Well,
I understand your point. Next. Also, what other ideals do we feel is marriage?
Okay, marriage.
Okay. I feel like this is one we both agree on. Gen Z's, I feel like Gen Z, this is our generation. I don't even think it's just the Gen Z's. I feel like even millennials. The millennials that are getting married now.
Yeah.
Currently, they're the ones that want marriage.
Yeah, but the thing with them is like certain millennials now like grow around with certain Gen Zs, and then they start to like adopt the beliefs. They don't fully believe it. Like they don't take it with 100% conviction, but like they just do it because they feel like she just might be right. You get, or he just might be right, whichever one. But I don't know, Sha, like aside that, they just, I don't know, is because at the end of the day, there are certain things where, like we said in previous episode, like there are certain things you just can't change. Like even if they were flying cars today. How things used to work.
I say continue till they talk about
how things used to work what, I don't know, 1,000 years ago will be the same way. Not everything obviously, but you see that family, community, society, like, you know, because at the end of the day, we as people, we need people. I mean, personally now, I am a very, very introverted person. I don't like going out. I don't like, you know, being out there to do anything. You get? So, but I've come to realization that I actually do need people. So I either swallow it and go out there and do what I have to do, or
die.
You know. So like you can't just sit down and say, oh, like it depends on the reasons you are giving.
Yeah.
Like some Gen Z now, I can speak to some guys and they'll tell you, oh, they are not getting married because of, you know, fear of paternity fraud. So they'll just like adopt a child, or like, so that you get. While some will tell you, I mean,
This generation is crazy.
you get.
Man.
And then for the females, they'll tell you, oh, they don't want to subjected to a man, or you know, so feel like they're under somebody. You get something like that. Different reasons, you know, for why they don't want to get married. Which, when you think about it, like from their POV, they're not necessarily 100% wrong. It's just like, it's like how there are certain things where you do them regardless, even if you know that okay, there's a chance this thing might not work. Like say school now, for example. Every single time I left Abuja to what's it called, Ilorin, there's a chance I was going to die on the way. But I just have to do it because I have to go to school again at the end of the day. So like, for society to continue to go, you need to reproduce.
Yeah.
And like obviously, marriage is not the only way to, you know, reproduce. But then at the end of the day, like
It's the best, it's the healthiest.
like just imagine, oh, okay, a guy and a girl comes together, we just born this pikin, and then what's it called, 50-50, you take the child for 1 week, and, like if you take a child that is in a, what do you call this type of home,
Foster home.
no,
Orphanage.
no, the child has parents but they are divorced. So like maybe the child is with the father this week, the child is with the mother this week, yeah, something like that. If you take a child from that kind of home and you take the child where the father and the mother are present, there's always a difference.
Yeah, it is.
And you mostly always pick the child that has like, that is in a home where the father and the mother is present, over the child that, you know, obviously you can cater for your child's education, for the child's needs and all of that, but emotional what's it called, presence is, you know, paramount at the end of the day. It's not just food, food, clothes, shelter, school, no, and toys or whatever. Like my cousin said something one day and I actually thought about it, because I'm a fan of plenty children. I want to give birth to a lot of children.
It's in your blood, I understand. Your people are like that. No worries, carry on, it's in your blood.
So
you can see you guys everywhere, no worries.
So he said something. He was like, he said if you, it gets to a point where you will always neglect a child. If you don't neglect a child, you neglect 2 children. If you don't neglect 2 children, you neglect depending on the amount you give birth to. If you give birth to 4, you can be present for the 4 in every way. Like not just financially and you know this thing. You can be present for them, or do your homework, do your this and that. But then when you give birth to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
What? Nigga, 11 is giving birth to 14 children.
there are people like that.
Okay, yo, yeah, you guys, I understand. No worries. It's in your blood, it's in your blood. No, you can't fight it.
So when you do all these things, like when you give birth to that much children,
Yeah.
even if you wanted to, you can't, because you can't be everywhere at the same
I
time.
think even with 4 self, even with 4, you can still neglect one.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you're getting older. Let's assume you give the first 2 children, you give 2 years gap. The third child, you give 5 years gap. That's 5 years on your age.
why are you giving 5 years gap to?
No, it's possible. Maybe you didn't really plan for the third child. It's possible. Maybe first child, planned. Second child, give 2 years. Okay, let's have another one.
2? Okay.
You want to give one? Ah, you wicked. 2 years gap, you have the second one. Then the third child is like 5 years later, you just have another one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the fourth child, you're like
3 years.
yeah, 2-3 years. You get what I'm saying? But all those time is years that are adding to you.
Yeah, sure.
You're no longer as agile as you were. So in between all those in between all those children, that's 10 years. You're 10 years older now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the same energy.
Yeah, so the last one
The
might
last
not be,
one might, or maybe the third one might not, or
Get
maybe
the same
you know what I'm saying? Maybe
father.
because that one is the last one, you feel like this is the last one. Let me just pour my energy.
yeah.
It's either the last one or one. I feel like
One
the
is
one
definitely
five
going
because
to get it.
it's years to you that you've added, so I don't know that's agile. Even with 4, so I can't even imagine. Nigga, 11, maybe 2, you will give like your full attention.
But yeah, I mean,
11, what? Oh my god.
So he said that, and then I actually think about it because it's the truth. So, but then like it ties back to my initial point of giving birth to children. Like obviously, if I were to, let's say I gave birth to two or three, and then I'm there for the three, all three are alive and all of that. Obviously, no human being is 100%, but they'll go around society with not with the idea of like chaos or because they're coming from a loving home, you get.
Yeah.
But like if you just go around and say, oh, you don't want to marry because of this or you don't want to marry because of that, and then you just give birth to children because you want somebody to continue your legacy, and then you don't train the child, you don't do anything, the child will just end up ruining society
And
for everybody.
there's a high chance that the man is not going to see. There's a very high chance that the man might just leave you and your child. Honestly speaking, like there is a very high chance because
Unless
there's
it's
nothing
all,
tying him
bro.
to you and the child. You guys are not married. There's no legal. So there's a very high chance that the guy might just up and leave. So as a lady, why would you want to do that to yourself?
You get.
Why would you want to?
And then there are some single fathers out there too where
The mom
the woman
bounced. I mean, it's less than men.
yeah, obviously, yeah. But then like
Sometimes you say some things that you actually start to understand women. You start to understand. Sometimes you use some customer like how you know that like just come like this guys are lucky.
it's crazy. So yeah, marriage. That's about it, Sha.
No, I feel like Gen Z's idea towards marriage is very flawed.
Yeah.
Not because of them. It's not, but I wouldn't blame it on them. It's because of the previous generation and how they viewed marriage. I feel like a lot of people viewed marriage as a lot of people. Plenty of people grow up in homes that nobody looked happy.
Bro.
The dad, you never really saw your mom and your dad do any show any loving affection. It just looks like a business transaction. We shall don't bond them more risk.
Like to be honest, like I used to like I'm not one to be all these be there emotionally, all these kind of things, but to be honest, it's really important because
It's very important. You just see your parents, they just wake up in the morning. Nobody's smiling. Your father wake up, open newspaper. Your mother will just come and drop the food in front of him and leave. He will close it. Chop. Leave some on the plate, stand up and leave. She will come with frustration on her face, carry the plate, go and clean. You're seeing all these things. It's not registering in your head at that point, but it's there.
It's there.
Subconsciously, you're seeing unhappy people.
yeah,
And you're just associating that with marriage.
that's marriage.
So you grow up and you never really saw any
Any
joy
real-
in
yeah,
marriage.
yeah.
So you're not like, okay, why would I want that? So I feel like it's the previous generation for because I don't know what's up with Nigerians and feeling like showing affection towards your spouse around your children is just wrong.
Nah, I really don't understand it, to be honest.
I don't understand. It's just wrong. It's a very horrible thing to do to tell your wife you love her in front of your
And then the
kids.
point is, there's exceptions with those guys, like those older generation, because like my friend now, his mom traveled one time, and then they went to pick her up. I think I was at his house when they came back, when they brought her back. His dad came outside the house. You know how you like your mom will go to the market and then you'll be waiting for her to come back, and then when she comes, like, oh mommy, oh, that kind of thing. Like his dad was outside, like pacing about, like standing. My wife never comes, since like that kind of thing, you get. And then when she finally comes, it's this big smile on his face. You get, like, I don't know if you understand.
I get.
I'm talking about people in like 70s, 60s, and you get like this kind of this thing is still there. So
Yeah.
obviously
That kind of person
exceptions,
in
but-
society, you just notice that they are different.
yeah,
It will show the way they interact with people, the way they show more affection. You get what I'm saying? You just notice, oh, this person is just more caring, more affectionate than the other person. It just shows. I've been around people like that. I'm like, that's what, seriously, I'm not even joking. Like, I've been with girls like they just like when they show care towards me, I'm like, I just genuinely thought they were pretending. Like someone will be like, I'll be like, oh, not feeling too well. I say it casually. And she'll be like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Should I do this? I'm like, they do this. Which one come be? I'm like, what did they do you? I say, I'm not okay. Now, and they'll be so caring, like, oh my god, are you okay? Have you taken your medicine? I'm like, I don't. What kind? What's all this? Because it was not something that was very. So he said like, oh, somebody come on, make something for you, hot soup or this. I'm like hot herbal soup or something. I'm like, what is
with this
He's
guy?
so with this guy now. What do you want to you? Why? Where's he put for this thing? So it was so weird. But I'm like, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this person just grew up in a home like that.
Actually,
just very caring.
It reminds me of something. Yeah, like I've forgotten how it went, but like I think the girl, yes, a woman posted that she went to her child's was it PT meeting at graduation? No, graduation, primary school graduation.
Yeah.
She was dressed nice. The children were dressed nice. Everything. And then they were like, where's her dad? Or where's the dad of like? And then she was like, oh, the dad is working. She did not say anything more, just that the dad is working. And then it turns out, and then they were like, oh, that's the problem. Fathers, men.
Okay, I think I saw that. I think I saw it.
It turns out, it turns out the father is a bus driver.
Yeah.
And like I'm not saying that, there are just sometimes where it's not every love that has to be, oh, my child, congratulations. Oh, you get like there's some love where for somebody to like to remove, let's say 5,000 now and give you and say, okay, do this thing. Like that person actually cares about you. Get obviously if it's a boy and girl, they say okay, maybe the guy wants to do something, but like obviously
maybe the guy wants somebody say I won't go to come on stop that.
So like I mean put you and your like siblings through school. Your mom is okay, everything like I'm not saying like the like obviously if the man has time he can, obviously he's a bus driver, like come on, this nigga has to. The fact that you're graduating from school doesn't mean bills will stop coming now, so you get.
And I feel like that kind of thing is when you get older you understand. I feel like guys understand it more than
So
as a guy, when you start to understand, you start to appreciate, oh my god, like I want to
more
you know what I'm saying? As a guy specifically, I can't speak for women, I don't really know everyone, but as a guy you start to think about it and you're like, oh no, okay, this guy try for me, you know what I'm saying? So you understand the love where you grow up, right? But what we're talking about here is affection towards your spouse, right? It doesn't matter how hard life is. I'm very serious. Life can be very hard, but like what my understanding of marriage is not too better or worse. How do you say?
For better for worse, I go what.
It really doesn't matter how.
And to be honest, I feel like your spouse is supposed to be where, or home rather, it's supposed to be where you will be like home from all the madness outside.
Yes.
Let me come and relax.
Imagine you're now making the home unpleasant for yourself and every. I don't understand how people in generation think. How do you feel comfortable? You come home and everybody mood changes. You enter parlor, people stand up and
leave the running away.
Happy?
Thanos.
No, Thanos. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, is running away from
are you happy? That thing gives you joy. Oh, yes. You know, clearance. Yes, people see me and disperse. No, that kind of thing gives you joy. Like I don't get it. Like you come home and the mood changes and you're very okay with it. You're the chairman. It gives you joy. That kind of thing will make these are people you gave birth to and they cannot even stay in the same room with you.
Just because they are afraid something
will happen. This man can just grace. And I don't get the other. I really don't understand how they thought, how they reasoned. Is it pride?
I don't even know.
Is it ego that you feel like you cannot come down to your kids' level and just relate to them?
Like you're above,
like you're above them. You relate to these people. I don't get this, but I feel like the current state of Gen Z's reasoning towards marriage is the fault of the previous generation.
Yeah, actually.
I see. I don't
And there are
care.
always exceptions.
I don't care if the current. I don't care if the current generation we do have our own forehead, but this one I blame it to the previous generation. It's your fault, but it's our responsibility, sir, to deal with it.
Yes.
But it's their fault. We shall still. What did we say?
Counterproductive
Society. Shall it's not healthy for society.
But yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Sure.
Ah, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
So what else? Do you remember the next topic?
we're talking about 5 now, but
We're speaking about 5. No.
I've done marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 9 to 5.
Yes.
I've done
Marriage 9 to 5, beating your children.
yeah, I've done beating your children. Then we've done what's it called?
White collar.
Okay, no, I've not done white collar, blue collar. But that one, okay, look, well, I mean, we haven't spoken about it like, you know, on its own, but it kind of
It
falls.
still ties into. What's your definition? What's the definition of white collar, blue collar jobs?
I mean, blue collar is purely skill. Like a mechanic now is a blue collar, you know, job, and then a clerk is a white collar.
Me, I feel like this generation, they don't even have a say in this thing. They just don't want to do anything.
No, the thing is like, as much as they don't want to do like a 9 to 5, you know, sit behind the computer and stuff like that, they'll see much rather that than learning a skill because they feel like it's kind of diminishing. Like me personally now, I would gladly like if because blue collar workers, I've seen like not obviously not in Nigeria, but like blue collar workers like 19, 20, 21 year olds that are like work as welders or maybe what's it called, underwater what these niggas that like fix pipes under the ground or stuff like that. They get paid very very well. You get obviously the stress is there, but like me personally,
I prefer what blue collar job actually. Yeah, I think about it, like the only thing a white collar job has is like the status, the prestige, the aura, I guess. Well, I honestly speaking, where I am now in life, I'm really considering learning screening and painting.
Bro,
I'm very serious. Like, I'm really considering because I was just sitting down thinking about this work thing, like, and I'm like,
there's no like this. So like because obviously the economy is not that good. So no matter like the skill you learn, obviously the demand will be less.
But being able to work, do a week's job and get
you get
100, 200k in a week. Like there's this guy that did painting for my uncle. 2 days, I think he made over 50k. 2 days. Fine, the work was grueling. Come in, screed the wall, do everything, paint. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is work. I witnessed it. I helped out. I get it's work, but nigga, I feel like that shit is just more rewarding and feel more than
exactly
day after day after day. This one, you know, like this is what I'm doing.
This is what you're doing, and like this exactly.
Your rates are based on you.
You're not going to one back of one computer and like pressing buttons.
I'm not saying anything. Like there's nothing against. You can't even speak against white collar jobs because they have this prestige and aura. So I can't even say I'm not trying to speak because I can't even. But from a viewpoint of if you're working towards something in life, maybe you have something that you're trying to finance or something. I feel like blue collar job is like very, very
lucrative.
More what's the word I'm looking for? Friendly towards that kind of lifestyle. Maybe let me see. Maybe you're trying to start a business, you're trying to fund your poultry business or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like having a blue collar job is more friendly to that kind of lifestyle.
Pushes the finances.
You're getting money. Let's say, oh my god, I need money for this. I need to buy more.
Can do it immediately.
You'll be like, okay, you know what? It's like I need to do 2 houses, 2 sites work, and everything to cover for this. Bam. But this one, what you want to do, guy? You know, they want end never reach.
They're not paying you, bro.
Those fishes will die. They will die. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more friendly towards that thing. And the only thing in society just looks at you like, this guy
Yeah,
now,
shameful.
this guy
Yeah,
now
yeah.
painter,
This guy na painter.
you know, get class.
Yeah,
This guy
bro.
dey fix AC. I don't know. I'm not even trying to say like I'm better than them because of the way I think. Because I used to think like that too. I'm like, this guy na painter. This guy don't lead. This guy don't get any
Yeah.
life. But as I'm getting older, I'm trying to reason it. I'm like,
It's not like
wait.
more.
This guy be in day levels.
You guys like as in that's why like me personally I started to learn how to sew like tailoring.
Yeah.
I did not complete this, and I think I did about 2-3 months, and then I left because of school and stuff. Obviously if I had stayed and I learned, it can come in handy now.
Yeah.
I'll just sit down and be like, okay, there's no work, fine, I'll sew. I mean,
Exactly.
even if I don't get customers from anywhere, see my aunties, I'm definitely getting
From them.
deals from them
Family. I feel like once family knows, like people you know that you sew.
immediately.
People, there isn't really that much stigma towards
Tailors, bro.
right?
Yeah,
If someone
actually.
knows that, they've seen that you sew, people actually willing to patronize you. Okay, this person
Definitely.
sew this really nice. So for me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This kind of skill. So if you
Actually, I feel like there's one. Oh, it's still a blue collar, but it's
Yeah.
not like it's not so.
because people have
don't
accepted that
see.
they really need them.
Actually,
I think maybe it's because of women. Women, you know what? Maybe this thing is coming from women. Though. Women are very accepting
No.
of tailors.
when
Society.
when you think about it, well, like the entire blue collar in of itself, like obviously there are men that there are men that
These men doing the work.
there are men that broke shame people.
Yes.
Obviously, but like you find moment like saying, more. I'm not there, but I understand you.
Yeah.
You get because my uncle, me and him, like we talk a lot, and then there was one time I was like he asked me about my tailoring. I said, I dropped, I could not continue again. So okay, so what am I doing now? And then I was like, I am trying to learn what's it called, UI UX and graphics. And it's like, skill is very very good. Or like if it's not that there's no points for like certain things, you would say I should do something that is more than just computer, like something actually, like let's say, because as far as it's like there's this guy, his workshop is not so far from like this. He does body work for cars, Nasiru. I think last year or so, if you go to his workshop, you see like about 2 cars there max, or 3. Now if you go there, you see 7, 10. Sometimes they will more, like he'll tell you, he cannot take more jobs because he will not deliver early. Like this nigga now, fine, you can go and you can insult him all you like. He looks dirty, he looks this one, he looks down. But bro, if that nigga tells you how much he's collecting for doing body work of cars, yeah, aside the material he's going to buy, because he will tell you, this car now, like that my uncle now talking about, he did his body work, I think, was it last week or so. How much it was for a Jeep? I think about 500k or so. Definitely he's going to buy, like, let's say, things to do it, but that guy is getting nothing less than 150-200k from that thing. No doubt.
Like one job. Think about it. One job, your profits.
Profits from
Your
one job,
profits
not what he had.
150k.
And then he does he does more than one. Like it takes him about a week to, like, if he focuses, because he has boys. And that another thing is, when you go to a blue collar, like, setting, and then you see the orga, and then you see the number of boys they have, you understand how much money they make. Imagine I am an orga now and I have 6, 7, 8 boys in my shop. I am not small, like, because for me to pay those niggas, there's a lot that is coming to me. He has boys that work on other cars for people. That's why he can collect more cars, because it's not the only one that is doing it. But even at that, he will tell you, your car will take about a week before he gets to you and stuff like that. So, like, imagine he had a bigger space, like, he can literally turn this thing into something bigger than how it is. And even not even himself, mechanics too in general. You can go to their, I know, like, most of these guys, because, like, I went to school with them myself. Mechanics that were these students that time in my school, it's them that will be bringing 2,000 to school, 3,000 naira to school, 4,000, 5,000 naira to school. It's them that used to be,
they are making money. It's not somebody that is giving them.
they're the ones that used to come and spend in school, because obviously these guys were doing. So
Wait, but one thing I don't get is that if you see blue collar jobs now, they the job is like physical labor, right? So there's obviously going to be some aspects that are like not ideal where where that leaves you looking.
Yeah, Dev.
Do you ever see like a blue collar job, like someone that works a blue collar job, make it out and like it's big?
Big.
Like it's like, oh, I did this and now I'm this.
But okay, still in the blue collar space, but bigger, or
Like
you stop blue collar entirely.
like okay, your blue collar job leads to you becoming a big man now. Now you're a chairman. I don't know, maybe you're still doing it or you left it, but sure, you're now successful.
Yeah, I know one person. No, not personally.
One person.
Yeah, one guy.
Why is it that they don't, like, if you see like someone that if you see someone that works like a white collar job now, they're obviously working towards something. They are saving, maybe their promotion and everything.
Yeah.
You see them after a while, if they are not reckless with their spending, obviously they make enough money, they build a house. You see their house is looking nice, they get promotion. Okay, you see their life gets better. But with blue collar jobs now, even as much as they are making money on the go, like more money than someone that is this thing, you don't really see them upscale. Like 2-3 years into it, 4 years now, it's like, oh my god, this guy is big now. This guy,
I get your point.
This guy has built this thing.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like it's here.
Yes, no, I'm not even talking about abroad.
Yeah.
Forget those guys abroad. Let's talk about here
Yeah,
now.
actually,
Those
I
guys
understand your
abroad.
point.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, obviously they are more like, because it's not as if they don't necessarily like. I feel like they just don't feel the need to. Like they might not be making, like they might not have millions like that, but they have enough to, like, just be where they are.
Yeah.
So maybe like they just feel there's no point.
There's no point. Is it the type of people that go into the job that causes it, or is the job itself that makes you think that way?
I feel like this is the type of people, because that guy I'm talking about now, he's a painter. Like he has a full-on company, like where you can apply.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name. They have an apron, like graphics. The name of his company, stuff like that. So if he does like estates, they call him to do estate jobs. Like there's not, okay, come and do these 3-bedroom apartments. He can even decline those kind of deals because it's too small for him. So he takes about 15, 20, sometimes 30 boys with him inside town to go and do something like that. Because I've not seen him hold a roller and like do this thing in like 7-8 years.
So wait, that kind of guy, now where did you know him from?
School.
Okay, so from school. So he was not the kind of person that just grew up into the business. He went into it.
Yeah, he went into it.
Okay. So
I think his dad was blue collar too.
I'm not trying to downplay anybody here, but again, I'm not trying to downplay anybody here by saying this, but is it education that's the problem? Like the people that are doing it are not
educated enough,
very educated like that, to the point where they upscale the business. Is that it? Is it the people that are going to, because like from what I'm saying now is a pattern I'm noticing. You said the guy that went to this thing, you guys went to school, so obviously there is education in this, some level. I don't know where he stopped in his education, but there's some level of education in it, so he understands how society works. So do you feel it is education, like the people there, they are not really I don't want
or exposed on
exposed like that? Hey, I don't use educated because
exposed enough. Exposed enough.
They're not
Yes,
exposed like that.
actually.
So all
Because the guy I'm talking about now, he's around like 32,
Still
33.
young.
Yeah. So he's millennial leaning into Gen Z. But like the ones that are blue collar and you see them don't upscale, you see 45, 50.
Only those ones are life.
You get, so like, and they grew up like with this. Either maybe you grew up on the farm, or
Okay,
they
so
just
that kind of lifestyle isn't really something that
they just
see. Because when I'm thinking about it now, like, let me hear, guys. When I was talking to this guy that paints now, I was talking to him. He was telling me the amount. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I was doing the math in my head. This guy was telling me the amount he made. He was like, he made 300K in a couple of weeks. I'm like, profits. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. He said he has boys working under him. I'm like, yeah, he pays them. So I'm like, think doing the math, if I was in this man,
Yeah.
a month this, a week this, couple days this. I say picturing the life I would have
Yeah,
lived.
living.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, nigga, what?
That is why, like, I feel like that's why there's this thing about how it gets to a certain level where you are, where some things are not susceptible to you anymore. It's like if they take you now and they take you to just one back, there's no way you're failing any exam
Yeah.
because you have passed that place.
Yeah, you passed
So
the stage.
coming back to that place now, you know what to do. But like, even though he might be older than you, he's not as exposed as you are. So like, there are certain things that are not necessarily, he doesn't see them as a problem because he feels like there's no point to it.
Yeah.
But like with you now, because you have that exposure, I don't know whether I don't want to bring spirituality into this thing, but like, I feel like that's still what it bends into at the end of the day, because God is not going to, I don't know, I'm not saying that's what's happening.
Yeah,
I'm just giving you like, a scenario, like, because me, as I am now like this, I know, okay, fine, I trade, right? You don't trade. If you were to start trading today now with like 100,000 naira, God can, because of the fact that, oh, you don't know so much about trading, just pity you, and then you just keep going, 200k, 300k, 400k, 500k, like you just upscale with the money. But me, I know how to do it, because I know how to do it and I know the workings behind it. I won't get that much opportunity because I know I can maximize it well enough. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to say, okay, maybe God is drawing anybody back, but I'm just saying, like, that can be just what it is, because he might be older than you, like I said.
Yeah.
But like, you are not, like, you are a lot more exposed than he is. This, like, that whole thing you thought about, I don't think he has ever had that thought in his life. Maybe he just wants to continue what he's doing. But like, the moment he starts to think that way, things will be different. I don't know why it works that way, but that's just how that's what I've noticed in life. Like, the moment you start to think about certain things, you just stop getting, I don't know,
things will just
you get.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people now, like, I'm in a better situation than them, but they have more peace than me. Like, they don't have that much burdens.
Yeah.
So they're just, going around. It's just
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Like, when, like, before. No, I understand what you're saying. I understand. Like, things will just kind of be different. Maybe it's because of the way you start using the money.
Yes, like, you now start to. But that's why they will tell you, oh, people that no matter how smart you are, at the end of the day, action is what is going to change. So like, if a dumb person now does something 10 times and you that you're smart, you try to do perfection and you do it only twice, you might not get it that 2 times, and then on the 9th try the dumb person will get it, and person, because obviously he doesn't really know, he's just doing it.
I guess. Wow, life.
So you just have to think about it too much, and then start to just
so what you're saying now, like, someone with education, if they go into that kind of business, they won't have that level of
success level in the business.
In the business, like, as someone that, they're just getting jobs, but they're not really looking to upscale and everything.
Maybe not necessarily, but it's just like, you might even get it, but from on the outside it will not look like it because of how you are using it. It's
true, because he's saying that, he's making like 300k, and if you're not really planning to invest in anything,
you just
but you
keep
now
aside this 200k, use 100k to do, or then you now you keep aside 100k, 200k, that kind of thing.
You carry 100k now, put the 200k, go and you get what I'm saying. But you now, that 300k now, you're looking,
it's a way I can do this thing I can do.
You have, and you're not living on the sites, you're living in your
yes.
I get what you're saying now.
So like, the lifestyle is just
completely different. I get what you're saying now. I get. Shit, man, life is crazy, bro.
So
Life is crazy, man. What can we do, man? Just have to leave it. We can shall go learn how to screed and paint, so.
Hmm?
Yeah?
Learn how to wait.
Screed and paint. Nigga, look, I'm one very, very bad decision away from some kind of things. You don't understand? You know, there's some days that you just some kind of bad decisions start to very, very nice and very good. Like, oh my god, why didn't I think of this before?
No, actually don't blame people that do it. Something like that.
You know what I'm saying? You just
Yahoo boy is really bad people.
you get what like how if you really think about it.
These boys.
Yeah, some one kind of bad, very bad decision for some kind of. You see, some those days, really bad decisions start to look good to you. You do it, and you're like, what? So I don't do like this. Well, like, I'm one of those days away from my family members going to be beating on my head. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think even if we stay here from now till tomorrow, I cannot remember the fifth point.
You can't remember
The fifth point. And I cannot.
Actually.
I cannot remember the fifth point. I'm not even gonna lie for myself. It's not in my head. I can't remember it.
Well, I mean,
you know,
I guess that's about it.
I feel like even if you can't remember it, we must have talked about it. With the amount of things we covered.
Actually,
I really think we must have talked about it. Anyway, Sha.
But yeah, it is what it is.
It's what it is, man. Life is funny, Sha. So in the next month like this, if you join here, Sha, I don't quit my job, I don't learn tailoring or something like that.
I mean, what's life without spontaneity?
But like sometimes you really think about some things, yeah. Like when you see some kind of all these people like online that are talking about take that risk, you reason it, you be motivated, you're like, yeah, I think when you dip it, yeah, that's risk. Yeah. Like it's risk. Do you know what it means to just leave your paying job and you don't know when next you get
Yeah.
like take that risk.
You're gonna learn.
You only live once. What if I die? What if it kills me? What if it...
Man.
It's actually risk, bro, but I don't know. But I feel like this is what I'm saying. Like I feel like this generation we need to do better. We need to I don't want to say better per se, but we need to take this fear of trying things away from our kids.
Yeah.
Because now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very scared to try things like that. Oh, this shit might not work on my life might spoil because of the way it's not even like it was implied. It was said to me, your life will spoil if you deviate from this path. It did not imply it. It's not. It wasn't suggested. They said it to my. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So growing up with that kind of thing, you're going to be scared. You know that okay, this is what I want to do, but because of in your mind you have it like this thing might work out. You get what I'm saying? But because of the way they put it in you, that kind of fear, you're still scared to try it. And I don't know, man. Sha,
Oh well.
maybe we'll have answers on the next episode.
I guess.
Yes.
See you on the next one.
You know, Abuja rocks, man.
Yeah. Abuja Rock.
I don't even know what it means. Are you promoting somebody's brand? Are you just really proud to be an Abujan or something? I don't know. What does any of this thing mean?
Now you think about it,
It's just the awareness.
I'm an FCT indigene.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
See you guys on the next one.
So crazy that somebody will have checkpoints to enter their home part of Abuja. Yeah. Later. Guy, how many hours? 1 hour 24 minutes.
I think he wants